Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Crusader Kings II, the Horse Lord Mega Campaign. In the last episode, we finished up our raiding in the Caucasus again, and we ended up getting caught trying to raid somebody's lab again. How to deal with that, and just kind of, managing the Empire, spending all of our money building stuff. In fact, we are in a deficit right now. But we should be out of that pretty quickly. So let's just go ahead and unpause it. Let's just get it moving. My sister, as you know, we're always in need of more ingredients to perform our experiments. These experiments are essentially part of Mysteries of the World. So we're going to go hunting ingredients again. Sure. Neophyte Dukum has offered his help with gathering much-needed ingredients for further studies of the mysteries in the world. But first, I need to decide what kind of ingredients we need. We tried to gather herbs last time. Didn't go so well. In the forest, we will hunt for the most prized animal parts. Let's try that this time. And again, I must thank you for your generous invitation. If you invited Neophyte Colin, his indisputable brilliance will be a fine addition to our gathering. You insist, brother, he may come along. To be honest, I'd rather not have Colin here. Yeah, he can come along. Sure. Alright, together with a small band of hunters, Prince Dukum and I have set out to hunt animals in the forest and attempt to gather animal parts. These ingredients will be invaluable in experiments to understanding the aspects of the world. Finally, my guests are here. Oh yeah, we are planning a bit of an event, aren't we? After a pleasant dinner, we have retired to my study. During the coming week, my guests and I have agreed to work on a common project. Our joined ingenuity shall bring about a brilliant new invention. The time has come for me to reveal the direction for our enterprise. Nothing is deadlier than a sharp mind. Let us invent a machine of war. The aim should be to improve the prosperity of our lands. The noblest purpose is to further our understanding of the universe. Let's say the noblest purpose is to further our understanding of the universe. As I look around the table, I notice a displeased expression of Neophyte Colin. Our eyes lock for a few seconds, and then defiantly he stands up. Really? Scholarship? I'm sorry to say, but your suggestion seems stale, unoriginal. I suggest we give our project a warfare focus. Let's see, you have overlooked an essential point, Neophyte. Let's see, 55 chance we win, 45 chance we lose. If you think that would be best, to have a warfare focus. I am the host and the decision is mine, and everyone doesn't like that. You've overlooked an essential point, Neophyte. Let's see if that works. As I suspected, Colin's arguments are thin and flimsy. As we debate, it becomes clear to one and all that his suggestion was born out of despite and an unfounded sense of self-importance. In the end, he is forced to concede. Now that this minor interruption has been dealt with... Alright, we gain 100 esoteric knowledge. Ooh, what do we have here? We need a new court educator. I've been going with diplomats, haven't I? A charismatic negotiator. Mastermind theologian. Let's just go with you. Let's see what comes of this. Alright, as I enter the laboratory one morning, I am met by agitated voices. Adept Luca and Neophyte Yeldem are gesturing wildly over a set of sketches. They're disagreeing on the direction of the project. Luca argues for a riskier but potentially more rewarding route, while Yeldem wants to play it safe. We go with the riskier but more innovative option. Yes, we're going to go for that. Right, Luca taps the detail on the sketches in front of us, and I nod enthusiastically. I agree, Luca. Surely, moving the axis over here would make the mechanism much less prone to error. During the last few days, Luca and I have worked so well together, I am so glad she came. Alright, so we got an opinion boost. With the help of Prince Dukum, tracking the animals in the forest. We've been doing a couple of things at the same time here, apparently. They now have nowhere to hide. It almost feels too easy now. A successful hunt. Let's see. We have 4 animal part ingredients to our inventory. Someone was born to Magaton Volkil in the Kalnisa Teradin. Named Teradin. Okay. Vassal can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions. It's Viceroy Balgisi, who does not like me. I don't like him. Is he in a faction? Yes, he's in the faction that is trying to install him as Emperor. Let's threaten him. No carouse. The peasants in Vladimir are starting a delightful tradition where they meet up and dance and feast and prepare for future marriage. And we will promote the tradition and spend all of our money again. Honored High Priestess, I ask for forgiveness if I have done anything to offend. I obviously wouldn't dream of associating with any faction conspiring against you or your enlightened rule. Very well. And he's no longer in his own faction. Good. The invention is finished. Together we have created our own secret code as well as an instrument to aid in enciphering and deciphering. The idea behind the device might seem simple, but the best ones always do. The best ones always do. Our cipher disk is quite ingenious, really. Now, our secrets will be safe, at least if all of us can be trusted. Add cipher disk to the treasury. We gain 50 cultural tech points and 200 esoteric knowledge. So what does that cipher disk do? Cipher disk. Intrigue +2, learning +1, plot power increase +10%. Very nice. And I think this is probably a good opportunity to go ahead and start writing our Magnum Opus. Do it. Secluded in my writing desk, quill in hand, and plenty of bottle of ink nearby, I find myself staring down upon the blank parchment. The sheer scale of the task which I am about to embark dawns upon me. I need to record my knowledge, but also hide it from those who are unworthy. And we just got ourselves a cipher disk, so that might be useful. All right, let's go for it. Were we gonna try to do something about Kipshak Dalasi trying to hold this stuff up here? Yep, carouse. What's all this? Betrothed can marry, yes. Alright, the people of Alte hang their heads in grief as their leaders return with devastating news. Since his initial order to attack, Duke Chang Ryong of Alte has suffered a crushing defeat against the Xia Empire. Okay. Because it's held by Kipshak Dalasi. Just hope that these are vassals, and I think they are. So it's my spy master. Okay. Trying to assassinate him may not be a great idea. How old is he? 44? I think we'll probably just wait him out. I had noticed Marshal Tyradin's hard work, and everyone seems to like him. I'm deciding between having Marshal heighten the morale of the troops, Or try to recruit more soldiers, heighten the troops' morale. Alright, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged. Okay, another vassal can be discouraged. Let's see. Who are you? Margravine Ume of Kiev. And you are in the Prosperity faction. You are also in the Glory faction. But you are actually not in any faction that is of any threat to me whatsoever. Then no, we're not going to upset the apple cart there. Alright, we need a new court educator again. Scholarly theologian, I'll go with you. Over the past few months, I have developed an elaborate cipher that I will use to encode my life's work. However, before I can continue, I must decide upon a direction in which to take my opus, as the sum of all my knowledge is simply too great to be recorded in a single book. Theurgy, astrology, and alchemy. Well, we've had another character who's done a lot of studying of the stars, so we'll stick with astrology. Let's just do Viscountess Sibel that we bring out the board and play. Okay, so we're going to play a game. I made a fatal mistake and my opponent exploited and I lost. Okay, so didn't do so well this time. Byzantine Empire is starting to put itself back together a little bit. Got some North Africa back. Though it looks like a chunk of Armenia has been absorbed by Azdabid. Alright. Carouse. Viceroy Balgisi expresses wish to have a seat on the council. I'll see what I can do. Alright, well, we want to fight at the carousing. Okay. And we got wounded. Rebellion carousing is over. Who's my heir currently? That kind of brings up an interesting question. How old are we? We are 38. We haven't had any new kids since we had that son out of wedlock. Actually, I think we had this daughter out of wedlock as well, but he just didn't realize it. I can't remember if that's the case or not. Alright, recognizing virtues and talents that others possess is truly a virtue. I am truly blessed by having a marshal that is more a formidable warrior than I could ever dream of being. Honor him for his skill. Protector General Eku of the Western Protectorate has decreed that the fury of heaven shall rain down upon Galpo Broza Tristan IV of Dege. Okay. It's come to my attention that we are the leader of a plot to kill Viceroy Dizeng the Mary. I am? Oh! Oh, right. We actually were trying to kill them. I forgot. Alright, I'll lose the 100 gold. Alright, I have made ample headway in recording my knowledge on the subject of the stars and planets, but it's still too vast to touch upon. All that makes all that makes up astrology. It will be necessary to narrow the focus of my efforts even further to write only on one aspect of astrology, or one of astrology's aspects. We'll focus on the stars. Alright, let's just go ahead and end that plot, because it's going to start being a money drain. If it isn't going to go ahead and fire, so... And it is my spy master we're talking about, so he has very high intrigue, so its likelihood of success is probably not that great. So... we'll just deal with it naturally. Alright, well... I don't care about money flowing through the trade post. Do we want to go on another raiding expedition? I don't think I'll do one as large or as long as I did before. Castile is probably a good target. They have 13,000 troops, so I'll need to probably bring something around that number. Denmark is not that wealthy. Neither are any of the Scandinavian countries. Scotland barely has any troops. They're kind of small. Surprised that they haven't been absorbed. How wealthy are they? There's some stuff there. Okay, let's see what we can put together. Let's raise some boats. I can raise almost 600 boats. Let's just see what we can get that's up here already. So, well, Finland's in the middle of a revolt. I could try to seduce him. Peace. Let's see if we can get this to make peace. Yes, war must end. Because I need the full total of your boats. 68 ships. $60 ships. 51 ships. 53 ships. No. Okay, stay there. Oh, we have some tech points to spend. Let's go with military organization. And let's go with, let's see. Legalism, opinion penalty for different culture, monthly piety gain, temple tax. Let's hit legalism. Let's get some of that. Alright, so we can put 23,000 troops on here. How many troops can I raise? 5,600. Let's see. That might be enough. It is done. It is finished. After a year of sweat and toil, I have managed to produce a grand work on stellar astrology. This tome shall stand the test of ages, ensuring my knowledge and name shall conquer time itself. It will serve my successors well, and perhaps they will one day be able to add their knowledge to mine. Tengri's truth is in the stars. Adds Magnum Opus on stellar astrology to the treasury. Okay, do I actually have both the Magnum Opuses? Magnum Opus? Magnum Opus on stellar astrology. Original owner. Magnum Opus on planetary astrology. Ah, that's High Priest Bolger's Magnum Opus. So he wrote one on planetary astrology. Akgul wrote one on stellar astrology. Part of my faction are your loyal supporters to show devotion. We have a tribute of gold. Good. Can I spend that tribute of gold on some training grounds? Yes. Alright, so this will put right around 20,000 troops. That should be plenty. Make sure we flag them as looter, because I forgot to do that, I think, the last time we did this. Alright, load them up, and let's see what we're going to go do. I think the first place we're going to hit is we're going to hit the coast of Scotland. Guard the private rooms of Viscount bars. Alright. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. Alright, we've made friends. Okay. I'm curious. What is the... They have 73,000 potential troops. Okay. What about the Celtic Empire? Or Celtic Empire? 40,000 troops. And how these guys have not been simply absorbed. Reveling and carousing is over. Time to get back to real life. Yep. Alright, I have noticed someone messing around. Kroom Glorid. And his lover is this person who's of no importance. So I don't think I get any profit, and it won't really cause any trouble if I expose it, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Pay Kelty Teleseed from the court of Viscount Telerig. There's a large army of exiles, mercenaries, and hopefuls declaring your intention to go off and carve out a realm of run. Well, good luck with that. Alright. Let's make sure we get rid of... we're probably going to need to actually split the army in half and send half of it back to the boats, because we can't support that many troops on the landing party. And if I try to land these guys anywhere else, they're just going to get slaughtered. So, we can worship the ancestors. Oh, do we still have... I still have Basilios Anastasios the Cruel in my dungeon. Let's worship the ancestors. Prosperity and growth of the realm is what we're going to want to look for. Alright. Small gathering of friends. Apparently I can't because I think I'm probably busy. Alright, you asked your ancestors for prosperity and wealth for your realm. Now it is time to present your offering. What will you give them in return? And we are going to sacrifice the Basilius of the Byzantine Empire to Tengri. The offering struggled violently, where the shaman and her disciples pushed it down on the offering stone. The ancestors will surely be pleased with such a vigorous servant. Now all you can do is wait and hope. I would love to do that to the Pope. That's the other thing I'm looking to try to do. My wound has become infected and gangrenous. The surgeon says the limb must be removed if I am to survive. We have a 25% chance of dying. Oh, crud. And I can't change the succession law at the moment? No, I can't. Because I have vassals who don't like me. Let's just hope I don't die. Excruciating pain is shooting through your whole body, originating from the stump where your leg used to be. You are now one-legged. I am now one-legged. Okay. Not exactly an uncommon thing amongst the Tengri to be missing limbs. Alright. The people taken never knew why the Empress chose to attack them, but they suffered a crushing defeat. My marshal tells me that one of my commanders has improved significantly. We've got an aggressive leader. Good. We can lower the Imperial Decadence. It will cost us 1,000 prestige. Let's do it. Alright, we're now down to 10.2. The world is a dangerous place and devious plots are everywhere. Someone is apparently trying to kill me. At least I think they are. Because I believe we are still paranoid, right? Yes, we are. Alright, while I'm certainly a great scholar with several fine discoveries to my name, I am not too proud to collaborate with like-minded colleagues. I have contemplated hosting some of my colonies from the Hermetic Society in an intellectual gathering. Are we going to do this again? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We'll just throw some money out the door, sure. Alright, preparations have been completed and the invitations have been sent. I mean, we got a nice cipher disc out of the last one, so let's see what we get this time. Marshal tells me that one of my commanders, Balgisi, has improved significantly. Good. I have a proposal which might interest you in older detailing possible locations of lost Hermetic writings. You know what? I'm gonna pass. This time. Yet again, I must thank you for your generous invitation. A gathering of the great minds, such a fine idea. However, I have one small suggestion. Would be delighted if you invited neophyte Eostinus. His indisputable brilliance would be a fine addition to the gathering. Sure. Bring him along. The more the merrier. Alright, the province of Chortiza has finally seen the light and been converted to my culture. Good. Keep doing that. Alright, now we got to choose what we want to do. Let's see. We did the learning one before. I think we're going to go ahead and go for the martial one. Let's see what that comes. It does. Alright, looters, so we destroyed this trade post. As look around the table, everyone nods in agreement. A fine suggestion, dear sister, Dit Luca exclaims, while a wide smile on her tanned face. Tomorrow we shall begin to work on the project the first thing after sunrise. Alright, the old wound is finally healed. I lose the trait wounded. As I entered the laboratory one morning, I'm met by agitated voices. Adept Luca and Initiate Bayan are gesturing wildly over a set of sketches. Alright, so do we want to go with the safe option or we go with the riskier one? We're going to go with the riskier one. Why not? Alright, that should be all the holdings there. Alright. Alright, we appreciate the input of Luca again. High Priestess? Oh no, maybe the High Priestess. Alright, we're gonna play a game while we're carousing, while we're also working on this gathering. I made a fatal mistake and my opponent exploited. Alright. Alright, so I think we're gathering the last few bits. After I told Yildiz it was time to head home, she looked at me with a grin on her face and told me to race her home, leaving me to carry everything on my own. And I only have one leg. Race her, may gain playful. I don't care. Lecture her about responsibilities and helping out her crippled liege. Alright. Alright, we got the last few ducats. Alright, let's, At home, the prey starts and flees at the slightest sound. The prey is fearful. The wolf goes forth without fear, knowing she will be the one to eat and not be eaten, knowing she will prevail. I see it now. I gained the trait brave. Nice. Alright, let's head to the Castilian coast and, see what loot there is to be had. The invention... The accumulation of our great collaboration is finally finished. Our accomplishment is twofold. Not only have we perfected the recipe for an explosive powder, we have also designed and produced a device which can launch small metal balls at lethal speeds. This handgun is sure to revolutionize warfare. The enemy will fear to meet me on the battlefield. I get a handgun in my treasury. Wow. It's only 1166. Gain military tech points and esoteric knowledge. And I actually have that in my inventory. I have a handgun. Yes, I do. Morale damage was 20%. Multi-prestige, learning. This thin metal barrel is not an impressive sight, but the destruction it can cause inspires awe and fear in equal measure. Due to a highly explosive black powder, you can fire metal balls at deadly speeds. A daughter is born to Magaton Volkill and... Okay. Alright, let's hit the shore here. The passing of Viceroy Rasat Dilek has inherited the County of Georgia. And you like me pretty well. You don't have a dynastic heir, but that doesn't really matter. She may keep the title. We need a new steward. I'll bring Yensepi, Viceroy of Volga, in as steward. You're not that good, but it'll make you happy, so that's fine. And I'm going to tell you to oversee construction. And then we're going to... Can I spend some money? Letters arrived from Irkan Turgaid saying that he is ready and eager and more than qualified to be my champion. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, build some stables. Yeah, build some stables. Let's put them up so they don't suffer too much attrition. Nobody has any commanders. No, we don't want commanders. Not at the moment, anyway. What is the limit? 18,000? Okay. So it's not too bad. Alright, he is starting to gather his troops. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Passing of Margravine Milena. Milena has inherited the minor viceroyalty of Chernigov. That's fine, she can keep it. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. We will do our raiding. Oh, this might be vulnerable. And then we'll probably raid around the Iberian Peninsula here and gather some money. Then we'll eventually bring it home. But we will get to work, or continue work on that next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.